The government is under pressure to explain why a former immigration detainee, now accused of murder in Queensland, was released earlier this year. The 29-year-old man has been charged over the death of a 22-year-old man in a Brisbane park earlier this month. The Sudanese-born man arrived in Australia when he was 11 with his family on humanitarian visas. But that visa was cancelled in 2019 after he failed the character test. The Administrative Appeals Tribunal reinstated the man's visa just weeks before the alleged murder, saying he had a low risk of reoffending. The Australian newspaper reports the tribunal took into account a controversial ministerial direction issued by the Immigration Minister from last year. There are calls for Australia to withdraw from the International Criminal Court after it issued arrest warrants for the leaders of terror group Hamas and Israel. Opposition leader Peter Dutton says the prospect of Australia abandoning the ICC should be on the table. It comes after the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade has released a post on X saying Australia respects the ICC and the important role it has in upholding international law. The decision on whether to issue arrest warrants is a matter for the court in the independent exercise of its functions. A Melbourne bodybuilder who repeatedly stabbed his girlfriend will spend at least 25 years behind bars. Sven Lindman had pleaded guilty to murdering Monique Lazak in Endeavour Hills on May 30 last year. He used 6 knives to stab Miss Lazak 17 times because she wanted to end the relationship. The victim's 10-year-old daughter was injured during a desperate attempt to intervene. In sentencing, Justice Elizabeth Hollingworth told the Supreme Court the killing was unprovoked and without warning and fuelled by Sven Lindman's hypocrisy and sense of entitlement. Melbourne University denies pro-Palestine protesters have taken over a second building. Online images appear to show furniture blocking a door to the old arts building at the Parkville campus. A sign posted on the door says building out of order. But in a statement, the university says there was a minor incident where people entered the building overnight. But the group has since left and the building is fully operational. Thousands of Iranians have gathered in Tehran to mourn the loss of President Ebrahim Raisi. It's one of several planned government funerals for the president, foreign minister and other officials who were killed in a helicopter crash on Monday. Iran's supreme leader headed today's proceeding, which attracted massive crowds of mourners. King Charles has become a patron of the Returns and Services League in Australia. RSL National President Greg Mellick says the league is delighted the King has accepted the invitation. He's confident members will welcome the patronage. Queen Elizabeth was also a patron during her reign. And you can now subscribe to stream Sky News channels and shows anytime for $5 per month. Visit skynews.com.au/stream.